All right. Does anyone want to do a quick recap for inspiration?
I have notes, so I can.
I
think I have inspiration already.
I was going to say, I think we all technically have inspiration because you gave it to us.
Oh, that's right.
All right. You guys need to use that more. Or we could make it stack. So, long and short of what happened last time, you finished your preparations to leave town. You traveled along the northern coast of Shroud. You made your way to the ruins of a fallen community known as Serenity, a village that had been abandoned for many centuries. You found a monument that looked newer than the rest of the local architecture. A monument at which someone had fairly recently left flowers from the look of it. Investigating further along the coast, you found a peculiar floating jellyfish that you identified as a Dybbuk, a variety of demon that likes to possess corpses and frighten people. This Dybbuk seemed friendlier than others you've seen in the past, and it spoke with the voice of a young boy, a voice which was familiar to Kai, that of his dead friend Milo, who perished during a ill-fated voyage a couple years ago. Milo explained that he was imprisoned somewhere in the ruin up on the cliffside, and that he managed to escape his imprisonment upon seeing a green light that he flew through. You accompanied Milo climbing up this cliff to the ruin, which was your destination anyway, so that worked out. You dispatched a handful of security drones that were meant to ward off anyone who tried to climb the cliff the traditional way, and you made your way into this ancient Lemurian lab from the look of things. Stepping through the door, you see quite a commotion going on. You see the bodies of fallen Dybbuks, ichor staining the floor, and several of these ancient constructs lying in shambles at your feet. It sounds like there is still more combat going on to the north. And inspiration for me, and that's where we pick up.
Oh no.
Wait, you don't. Why? I volunteered. Why do you get inspiration?
I didn't hear you volunteer. You gotta speak up.
I don't want to be loud. It's rude.
Be loud. Be very loud.
Okay.
Loud and proud.
You have inspiration. I can't give it to you anyway. But yeah, that's where we find ourselves. You've just stepped through the door.
Do we see the fighting?
You see fighting. These double doors are open. Several Dybbuks lie at your feet, leaking ichor. Several ruined constructs and shelves full of scrolls line the walls.
Evalya is going to kind of look at Caleb and glance at the others. Should we let him figure that out?
I'd rather not interfere if we don't have to. Let them kill themselves.
What does the timeline look like? Are these freshly killed, or has this been here a while?
I'd say this one looks like it was killed within a few hours. The rest of them, the ichor is very dried. It looks like they've been here for quite a while.
So this is possibly an ongoing conflict that has been going for dried ichor, I'm guessing at least a day or two.
Oh yes, possibly longer. Just looking around, you get the sense that this is kind of the norm around here. These Dybbuk and these constructs fight each other. There's scraps from still more of these soldiers just lying on the ground, bits of arms and legs and weapons, heads that have been torn off. It's kind of a mess in here.
Say, Relic, do you recognize any of these sort of constructs? Are you familiar with their make?
Don't know if my robot voice is working right. Matt, do I recognize any of them?
You don't sound very robot-y. These are They're known as clockworks. They have a very rudimentary intelligence. They basically follow their programming. They're not capable of complicated decision making. So these seem to be security units of some sort, fending off invaders, is your best guess.
Do you think we might be able to fool these things with the illusion?
I don't have confidence in that.
I'm not sure
Whatever
one way or
purpose
the
they're
other.
putting it for, they're likely to execute it without fail.
They're not very smart, and they're made on the cheap, is your experience with them.
What were they called?
Do I have an idea what kind of vision they would use?
The same sort of vision that living things have,
Okay, so illusions might work.
potentially.
I do like potentially.
So are we gonna address the elephant in the room, or more accurately, the huge glowing glyph in the center?
Yep,
There's an
that's
elephant?
the same thing.
There is a glowing glyph. There is a large slate that seems to be covered in dancing runes that constantly are shifting and changing. And
Ruins.
you
Where's
feel
the elephant?
a rumbling beneath your feet, as though some great machine were beneath you.
Oh, fuck. Hey, relic, runes. Those up your alley, right?
Saoirse, you have stepped into what looks like a library. Furled up scrolls line every inch of the
Boring.
shelves.
This looks interesting in here. I think we should search this area thoroughly before we move on. We might be able to find out what's going on in here.
By the way, we're not being quiet, are we?
You're not being quiet, and the battle is raging on. We're gonna do a round of combat real quick. That the party is not participating in unless they choose to. Let's see how the battle is shifting. You're going to see one of these soldier units with its spear unleash a flurry of attacks at one of the Dybbks.
Ah.
1, 2,
It's his turn.
I see what you mean by made on the cheap.
3, 4.
Well,
And
at least he hit
all
one.
Three out of 4 of those strike this Dybbk.
Oh, never mind. Maybe they're better than I thought.
Splat, splat. And more ichor splashes the ground as this Dybbk drops dead, twitching. Another one
Maybe we should-
nearby makes only a single stab at this one.
Should close the doors.
And this Dybbk is not quite dead. This one is going to unleash a blast of magic energy, which will fly across the room towards this one.
Got a spellcaster.
There's one over there.
And this one will stab at this Dybbk. And now the Dybbks will retaliate. It's going to fling its tentacles at this soldier and miss. This other one is dead.
Ah, sucks to be it.
This one. You remember these tentacles are pretty nasty when they do hit. There we go.
Yeah, don't want to get hit.
Oh, I think they actually drain life too. Let's see. Oh no, they reduce max HP. Let's
Oh,
take
great.
that. And this one, thwack. Strikes the brass skeleton of this soldier. It seems to do nothing. The battle rages on without you participating for now. What are you up to in the other room?
So Verkus is going to be trying to search through and find anything useful in any language in the library.
Give me an investigation check.
16.
16. As you root through these scrolls, it is remarkable to you how little dust is in here. Either the dust is magically warded away, or someone has been maintaining this room. You pull one of the more recent-looking scrolls from the shelf by the door, and you unfurl it. You speak Hylamirian? You do.
I do, yes.
And I will reveal the journal entry that you find. Let's give everyone observer access. And I'm going to try showing you all a PDF.
Oh, yeah.
Let me know if you
Giggity.
see that.
You can load it.
0.
Memoriam,
Nope,
let me
I got it.
imperial year load.
Switch
I
your
got
You may
it.
have to hit the load button.
Got it. Okay.
Enhance.
You find in very cramped and yet exquisite handwriting, like every letter looks identical. There are no like S's that look different from one another. A list of names and short, fond messages. You begin to realize this is an obituary. Some of these names you recognize. It's somewhere around 20, 30 years ago. These are people that once lived in Haven. Yora Genhana, human female, a caring soul with a heart that knew no bounds, devoted herself to helping others. Her acts of kindness will be remembered by all who knew her, etc., etc. For several pages, the names go on and on, listing the dead.
What do we recall about these names? Know, like, why they disappeared or died?
I was about to ask if it would be possible for Brass to cross-reference that with any missing persons that has been reported to the Boltfists.
Yeah, give me a history check.
All right.
Presumably because Verkus called us all in there, Evalya would come in at some point, battle. She looks over his shoulder. Would she kind of see what he's reading?
Yeah, you can see it, unless Verkus is
Oh
trying
yeah,
to hide it.
I would entirely be sharing this openly with everybody. And I got
What?
a 19 on my history.
None of these people died unusually. Most of these weren't even violent deaths. A lot of these were deaths from old age.
Okay.
What
Raised
would... I was just interested in what Evalya would know about Elora Oslafesta.
That was a member of your family, perhaps like a distant aunt or however you wish to connect her, but one of the older elves who passed away from old age a couple years back. This seems to be everyone who died in, you look at the date, Imperial Year 5993.
Does it look to be handwritten by hand, or is it like machine printed?
It looks to be handwritten. You can tell it's ink and quill, but the penmanship is exquisite.
Does it look familiar at all? Like, is it something we would have seen in books in Haven, or?
Give me a history check.
While you're recalling that information, Relic, out of curiosity, do you write?
I hope my robot voice is working now.
It is not.
No.
I'll fix it later. We're just doing human voice today.
That's fine.
I do indeed write. Why do you ask?
I was just curious if your writing was similar to this, perhaps. And I'll show you the scroll.
Is Relic's penmanship very neat?
I'd like to think so.
It's
Yes,
fairly
it's
similar.
remarkably similar. It was certainly not written by a natural being.
There may be another entity such as yourself maintaining the records in here. This looks relatively recent, and look at the conditions in here. It's spotless almost. Somebody's been in here maintaining this place.
And I try to figure out how old the ink is,
Yeah.
like on the newest record.
Investigation, I suppose, for that. You find... And by the way, going through these scrolls, you find that every single scroll seems to be similar. An obituary from one year or another.
Okay.
It takes you a couple minutes, and you do find the one from this year.
Oh, perfect.
So apparently up to the current year, this is being maintained.
I wonder what's keeping these records, and for what purpose?
I believe it would be for some sort of research that's being conducted.
But for whom?
Well, the Empire, obviously.
That's a very good point. I wonder if these are being communicated somehow, or if this is just the archive.
If I had to hazard a guess, I would suspect this is an isolated facility.
What do you reckon we should do with this group duking it out in the other room? Do you think we can slip through without being noticed, or are we going to have to choose a side, if it were?
I suspect dispatching both sides would allow us the greatest access to the facility.
Do you think we'll be able to defeat them all?
We could simply allow them to defeat each other.
I think that's what's going on right now, but... We can't wait days. We don't have the supplies for that.
I think the fight in the next room's almost over, it looks like.
Another round
Do
has
we-
progressed. You get the sense the machines are winning in there.
Give him a
Matt,
Uh-huh.
is there, kind of looking at that, Elysia wants to look for a specific year for, through these scrolls.
Yeah. Which year are you looking for?
917-3A.
917-3A.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Are you looking for the name that I think you're looking for?
Yeah.
You peruse this scroll from the year you're looking for, and you see the name Altair Kiro Sterling. Perished at the hands of a clockwork in the western ruins. A kind, adventurous soul who wandered too far. He will be missed.
She's gonna put it in her bag.
Alright, you may add that to your inventory. Oh, forgot to add the part killed by a clockwork in the western ruin.
Can Kaylee try to set a snare, even if it's just a basic tripwire over here? So if we lure the machines over here, we can trip them up.
Yeah, do you have the equipment to do that?
I have these tools.
Don't your background get like a trap for free of some kind?
I don't have the. I would, but I don't have the weight to carry that, so I left that at home. Oh, so that's more like a
There. I would have carried it for you. It's okay. It's okay though.
I've got ball bearings.
Ball bearings could also work.
Yeah. I think thieves' tools would come with some kind of wire you might set up, and there's bits of scrap you could utilize.
Yeah. Let the trapper set a trap.
Exactly.
Give me a check with your thieves' tools.
Alright.
You're just making like a tripwire that they'll trip over?
Yeah, that's the thing that came to my mind initially. Brass mentioned that they seem to be primarily focused in melee. These ones are standing on the ground. Let's focus on that. Alright, thieves' tools. That should be 16. I'm proficient.
A 16. All right. Using 2 sharpened spear points from a fallen clockwork, you jam them into the walls and you weave a tripwire between the 2 points. And you set up a rudimentary tripping hazard in this doorway.
Alright, and then... Close that door.
The door's closed. It's the kind with 2 handles. It kind of pushes inward.
Oh, hey, anyone have like a spear or something we can just jam in here so they can't open it?
I've got something.
Oh, go ahead.
Can I pull out a crowbar?
That works, perfect.
You slide that through the handles and the door is barred.
Alright. How's the fight going?
How is the fight going? Let's do another round. Okay, this one has recovered from being stunned. He's gonna overdrive again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 2 of those will hit this Dybbuk. 1, 2. You're going to hear a splashing sound as it hits the ground dead.
Another one dead by the sounds of it.
Start wandering towards the surviving one.
One left.
The soldier will move to here. Stab at this one. And it too will fall.
Anyone who has range might want to use it now.
Yeah,
See,
sure.
Start.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to enter initiative at this point?
Sounds like the only permission I need.
Yeah, are we all rolling?
Yeah, they seem surprised, so you can all
Are we all in this?
if you want to be.
If you want to be.
No, I'm spying on Alessia.
Alessia is very out of it right now. She
Yeah, that's why
is
I'm
not
spying
quite
on
paying
you.
attention to what's happening.
Start with Relic.
Oh wow, I'm first.
I thought Keelan was first.
Oh,
I guess Keelan
right.
was doing
Keelan, yes,
Right,
Keelan should be
surprise
first.
round. We would do Kaylin first.
Alright, let's see here. We're gonna go after the badly injured one that just killed the corpse over there. And we're just gonna claw at the air and unleash their surprise. This is an advantage. 18 for 8.
Oh, this one here? Okay, that will hit.
This one, yeah. Badly injured one.
Oh, I got the wrong one.
Sorry.
There you go.
Alright, that's all I do.
Okay, Relic.
I see no reason we wouldn't go after the same target. You know, with the mind sliver.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, maximum damage.
Hey, the robot voice works.
It is working.
Kind of. It's
Is it just not very impactfully robot?
yeah.
Yeah.
We have a -3.
Ooh. You will try to seize and damage the mind of this creature, and you'll realize there's nothing to grasp. It's immune to psychic damage. I think it
Fair
still is debilitated. Let's say you're like distracting it, but no damage.
So it does get the minus D4.
Yeah.
All right.
Kai.
Alright. Kai can only see one individual, so they'll go ahead and launch an Eldritch Blast at it. Oh, they have advantage. I didn't roll with advantage.
Oh, advantage. Yeah. Let's see. That's better.
And it'll take an additional point of damage.
All right. That's applied.
That's it for Kai.
Brings us to Brass.
We can't hear you.
I think you're attacking this construct.
There we go.
Hey, now we can hear you.
Hi.
Now we gotcha.
Brass draws his revolver. Yeah. Let's see.
Oh,
With advantage, that hits.
nice.
Wonderful.
Ooh, very nice.
Nice.
We'll take a step up, and that's the end of his turn.
Verkus.
Billy, you there?
You're muted, Billy.
Hey. Yeah, okay. I think I'm in range with a Mind Sliver. I know it's not going to do any damage, but that's the best I got. So we'll target this individual here, right there, and I'll target him.
Still gets
Nice.
disadvantage, but he takes no damage.
Well, minus a D4.
Yeah, did he take a minus D4 to that?
Oh, minus. Oh, he had already been, yeah. Let's see how low we can get. Okay, I think that's the
yeah,
lowest
minus
roll we
5.
can get.
-5.
Minus 5.
Suck it.
Nice.
Woof.
Alright, that's it for me.
Alright. Start a normal combat, Kaled.
Alright, top of the round. Let's... Well, if it ain't broke, why fix it? Let's go with another chill touch on... Let's go with this one. The one everyone else was targeting. So, not the one in the corner.
Okay.
This one should be... Here we go. There we go. My animations are working.
Nice.
19 first six.
Alright, that is applied. Anything else?
Nope. Oh, too bad we don't see the damage numbers pop up. Weird.
In the middle of, like, stabbing this dead Dybbuk, they're going to spin around and start stomping towards you. Starting with this one. 25, 30, and... He's going to raise his free arm, and his hand will pop open. He's going to launch a net at Brass.
Oh,
I think a 9 will
Net
miss.
cannon.
That will not hit.
That'll bring us to the other one. He's going to charge after his friend. And he's going to dash and hit your tripwire. You need to make a dex save.
Nice.
Minus D4.
Oh,
Yeah.
minus a d4. That will make all the difference here. The DC was 12. That turns it into a fail.
Yeah.
yes.
Let's see
Fall
here.
prone, bitch.
Prone. Yeah, he's gonna fall prone at your feet.
I'm guessing that tripwire is used up.
Yes, it has
That's
snapped
fine.
in the process. This mage is going to glide along the floor, get into
Fuck.
firing range.
Come
and
on,
fire
Matt, come
at me.
Brass. We'll do
Fire
random.
at me.
1, 2 Kaled, 3, 4 Brass. Oh, it's your lucky day. 15?
This is a
Does
spell
that-
attack, right?
It is a spell attack.
I want it. I'm gonna let that hit me.
Alright.
And then
You can roll for your Azure lore then, I think.
Yep. Kaled will just stand and take this bolt to the chest. As he does, I'm going to use my inspiration to roll at this at advantage. Let's see how this goes.
Hey,
26.
nice.
Bits of it seem to sink into his skin. What's this thing look like, Matt?
What, the spell attack or the construct?
Both.
So
Like, what's it?
It looks like this. A brass construct with 4 arms launching these projectiles.
Alright, and the spell?
The spell is just kind of a bolt of white light.
Okay. Those rings around its extra arms suddenly appear over on Kaled's arms.
I have dragged the ability onto your sheet.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. That's gonna bring us to this soldier. Who is going to charge towards the disturbance and dash to get up in front of Brass. Go to Relic.
Right. We're just gonna fire magic missile at the one to each of the three, near death, badly injured guys. So we're just ignoring this fourth guy that just came in.
Okay.
It would be for minimum damage.
I think 6 damage total.
Yeah. So it'd be 1 pew to each one of these three guys.
Oh, splitting it up. Okay.
Yeah. I was hoping it'd be more than a 1 on a d4.
Yeah, that's fair.
1, 2, 3. There you go.
Alright. That's my turn.
Brings us to Kai.
As Caleb said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'm gonna shoot at that thing there, the one that's near death, with another Eldritch Blast.
The one that's on its feet, right?
Yes, I think I've got it targeted.
Alright. It will slam into the ground as you blast it.
And I clicked the wrong macro, but he will also take an extra point from dragon stuff. And then, the guy's gonna take a step back. These things are a little close for my liking. And that's it for me.
You notice Milo is just kind of standing there staring into space. He hasn't really acted yet this fight.
Brass, you have a nice target next to you.
We'll go to Brass.
Brass will draw out his hand axe and attack the one that's prone for advantage.
Alright. 14.
13.
Hits.
Very nice.
9 damage will be enough to finish it off.
With that, Brass will move here, and that's his turn.
Verkus.
We're playing with flanking, right?
We are.
Are we? I forget. I don't think we are.
I don't
I didn't think we were.
Okay, I wasn't sure why you were moving there, so I just want to make sure there wasn't for flanking purposes.
No metagaming.
Yeah, I just want to make sure, I'm like, oh, he's getting into a spot to help us attack. Okay. I'm going to go for the Clockwork Mage with the same thing, the cantrip, Mind Sliver.
Alright, going for the mage. It seems to shrug it off.
Okay. And then I will go ahead and move out of there over to here. If you don't mind, we are engaged over here. And I'll kind of gesture to the folks in the library and point.
And that'll bring us to Kaled again.
Alright, first question. Matt, what level of spell is Arcane Burst? Is it just a cantrip, or is it going to be a higher level spell?
It's a cantrip, we'll say.
Awesome. It's a ranged cantrip, so I can't use that right now. Instead, these things are made of metal, right?
Uh-huh.
Once again, we're going to go use the good old Shock and Grasp. 16 for 4 lightning.
16. Oh, advantage, yes. Very nice.
Yep.
Applied.
Alright, and then that used up its reaction, so we're gonna go charging in and we're gonna get in front of this mage's face. And that's all she wrote.
Alright, the mage is going to fire a volley in your face. At disadvantage. Oh.
Good thing it was disadvantage.
Nice.
Can't get much worse than that. That would have been enough to take you down. Lucky dodge.
Yes, it would have been.
And it will
Good
retreat,
word.
gliding backwards a bit. Go to Lessie.
Can I
Opportunity attack? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna punch it. I'm not dumb enough to use up my reaction on that.
What else would you use it on?
Shield.
Shield.
That'll bring us to
Absorb
lesser-
elements.
Yeah.
Uh,
there's some uses for that.
Okay, sitting is prone, right? I presume?
Yeah.
Okay. She kind of, as the sounds of combat kind of like come back to her, she hears Verkus, from the other room and just kind of like, her head snaps up, she blinks awake, hearing the sound of combat. Goes to turn. Did Sorsha stealth?
No.
Kind of turns and stands, turns half of her movement. Surprised to see Saoirse there. Kind of jumps a little bit, but you see there isn't really anything like comedic or like amusement like normal Alesia is. Kind of just very somber. She's going to move 5. Oh, I'm not on my thing. 5, 10. 15, 20, which is half of her movement. And then she is going to use Step of the Wind as her bonus action to get up here, almost kind of in a blur, and going to attempt to swing at this thing as she draws her katana. Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
Damn.
Woo!
21.
That dice was so close
She
to
doesn't
a
like
nat
this
20.
thing.
Dice
She
is
doesn't like this thing. There's kind of
Slice
a
open
clear
its
determination.
chest, exposing
Yes.
burning gears and sparks.
Okay, very nice. That's all she can do. There's just kind of this battle determination on her face, and that's it.
Right.
That's awesome.
It is
Doing
going to
left damage.
retaliate. You will see steam erupting from its shoulders
Oh,
as
no.
it lets loose a volley.
That's not good.
A flurry of thrusts goes your way. 16?
Yeah, that hits. Yeah.
19
Yeah.
would also hit.
Yeah.
A crit.
Oh, yay!
Oh shit, where is this coming from?
Yeah, what the fuck?
You still up?
Yeah, that hits.
Are you still up?
No.
No.
Uh-oh.
I mean,
Okay.
Brass.
It will now turn around and stab at Brass with this last one.
That will just miss.
And after this sudden flurry of motion, it is going to go completely still and kind of droop forward, stunned from the effort for a moment. And that's going to bring us to Relic.
Perfect. We're gonna shoot a fireball at it.
Fireball? Oh no! Kill
Fireball.
blood.
I don't have third level spells. Excuse me.
She was mine to kill, how dare you?
14 hits.
Oh yeah, it's stunned. Advantage. Perfect. Then we're just gonna step forward and just look at it unconsciously. My, you are rather useless, aren't you? And that's
Not
my healing
mine.
word.
Oh, holy shit!
Brutal, Relic. Damn.
See?
And that's my turn.
Back on your feet.
He really didn't want to heal her. Thus that land on the dice.
Every combat, you gotta go down.
I didn't go
In
down
every
that combat.
I got a healing word you.
No, that didn't happen last time.
Having been completely still this whole time, Milo is suddenly going to jerk into sudden action and scream as he lunges at the construct.
That's concerning. Holy
Hey,
shit!
look at that.
With advantage.
Yeah, I imagine if he crits. Aw.
Aw,
I
no
saw it on the 20. I saw it.
And the construct will drop dead moment, Milo will just kind of stand there and stare down at Lessie. That's going to bring us to Kai.
All right. Kai's gonna step up here next to Milo. Milo, you good?
I don't want to be here.
All right. Yeah.
This
yeah.
is a bad place.
Yeah. Give us just a minute. And we'll leave. All right. And then Kai'll turn around and launch a Eldritch Blast at the mage over there.
Damn, what a hit.
Good damage.
12 force
Last
damage.
construct.
Oh,
Gonna slam into the floor. And we can leave turn order.
Saoirse's gonna take off running to Alessi.
I see, alright?
Oh no.
She just kind of gives a terse nod. I'm fine. Thank you.
Saoirse tackles you and casts Cure Wounds.
Hey Kai,
That
you
was
wanna...
really scary. I thought we were looking at books and then you took off running.
Sorry, I heard the others might have needed help.
Okay.
Hey, y'all go.
Perhaps you're
Feel free to can keep exploring. I'm gonna stay here with Milo.
Yeah,
He doesn't seem to like this place. Don't want to upset him too much.
go get some fresh air, maybe?
Do you think Milo might be able to tell us about what this rune might be? Does he know anything about this in the middle of the room here? I'd be careful about stepping on that if I were you.
That room is where the light took me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, let's not touch that.
Is that the green light you came through?
Yes. I was there. It was like then too. I ran.
I'm going to sit down and start ritual casting Detect Magic. It might take me a few minutes, but I'll maybe be able to give some information about some of the auras that might be coming from in here.
Sure. That's going to take you 10 minutes. Looking around the room, you see these canisters of kind of a green plasma that seem to be pumping down beneath the ground towards whatever machinery is humming away beneath you. Most of
There's gotta be a secret door
are
somewhere.
also hues of yellow and blue. Secret door, secret door. You see a variety of objects laid out on the tables.
The people
Can I
who
look
know...
for a secret door?
It'd be investigation.
In the meantime, people who know magic shit, any idea what these runes mean?
Give me a moment.
I rolled
trying to concentrate here.
Arcana.
Arcana?
I was more...
Yeah, I was like, I rolled a... I don't know if I would get advantage or anything because of this weird magic.
Conjuration magic.
Conjuration.
You get the school. You're not sure exactly what. Relic, you see a couple things laid out on the table. You see a variety of gems, one of which is glowing with an odd light. You also see some kind of musical instrument on the counter. It appears to be an
Multi-classing into
antique
bard.
It's gonna go one of every full caster.
Where are you looking for a secret door, by the way?
Kind of along the wall. If there are like any, what is it, like tiles or something, panels?
Yeah, you lift, run your hand along the tiled wall. You push the crates aside, which seem to be full of ink and empty scrolls, basically.
Did you say?
And then if
Ink, yes, quite a bit of ink.
And then if there are any like levers or buttons behind the big like tubes over here in the corners.
Your investigation yields maddeningly little. There seems to be no mechanisms involved in this thing. You do see some like metal wiring and tubing that all seems to lead towards this central rune. You do find more of these gems on the counters. I'll give you everything your investigations have revealed so far.
These stairs by the front door, do they lead up or down? Over here.
Sorry, what stairs?
We came down.
These
the
ones?
stairs.
Oh, those are the stairs
Oh, we
you
came-
came down to get here.
Oh, so those are the ones that go
These-
up to the first floor. Got it.
Yeah.
These go up or down?
Those go down as well.
Okay.
Hey, Matt. Don't suppose anything happens if Caleb kicks this Dipicorus into the circle.
Your foot gets covered in ichor. It makes a gross noise. It doesn't feel very good.
He doesn't care. He's just more curious if there was anything going to happen if it went into the circle.
Nothing seems to happen upon it entering the circle.
Matt,
What's up?
since we have a couple of people investigating, like, the arcane properties of the rune, would it be possible for Brass to investigate, like, the mechanical parts of all of this, in terms of, like, a clear purpose?
Yeah, give me another investigation check.
Alright. Dang it.
You examine these canisters and the wiring and all the power that seems to be funneled towards the center glyph and downward. You get the sense that these canisters are drawing in aether from the air in the area kind of around this facility into such a great quantity that it becomes visible to the eye. That is then funneling this aether downward to fuel whatever this machine is. The amount of power being drawn is pretty ridiculous. This is more than your workshop has for its many projects.
Wow. Okay. So it's like we're still out of character, still learning the setting. So, like, from a scale from 1 to 20, how advanced is this?
Much
Roughly.
more advanced than you've got. The power efficiency is a lot greater. They're getting a lot of energy into these little canisters, from what you can tell. Some of them, the majority of them, seem to be wind aether. There's also some water and some earth aether.
Well, whoever created this is an engineering genius. Well, this machinery is drawing ether from the very air itself. It's way more efficient than anything we got back in Haven.
The man set an empire for a reason. I believe Sersha rolled an Arcana, Matt, as well.
Yeah, Sersha, what were you... I revealed the conjuration from that. You were looking at the glyph, right?
Yeah, I was trying to determine what it, maybe if it said anything or, I don't know.
What languages do you speak?
Sylvan, High Limerian, and Common.
Yes, there would be some writing here. Let me think about what it would be. Please.
Is there anything in Draconic?
For Corey.
No mission for this.
This is written in High Lemurian, kind of circling the edge of this glyph.
Would make sense.
And then I want you to tell me every single magical aura in this room. Okay.
Oh, I don't like that word. I don't like those words.
Around now, Verkus, your detect magic goes off.
Okay.
Conjuration and divination from this circle. Very powerful magic of all 7 schools from this central machine. And you spot among some of the gems the party has found some of these are not just ordinary gems. There's a couple of these green ones that glow with a intense light. They have kind of a swirling energy within them. You find 3 of these in total.
Ooh,
What kind of magic is it?
The magic in these gems vary. One of them
Oh, these are
seems
the
to
little
be,
info thingies.
I think 2 of them are evocation and 1 of them is abjuration.
Ooh. Okay.
Hold on.
Shall we pull this in our group loop? Figure out how to divvy them up later?
While you're
Yeah.
doing that,
I'm putting them in.
your
Thank
detect
you.
magic as you pass by this shelf would point out 3 items that were missed by the party.
Oh, very good. Very much worth coming here.
Ooh, all right.
Arcane grenade. We have some arsonists in the party who would like that.
Let's go ahead and add these things here. They seem to be giving off some sort of magical emanation. Ooh, I think I recognize this one. And I'll hand the 3 items over to the whoever's carrying all of our loot. Probably Relic.
Yeah.
Quartermaster.
There should be a loot sheet under player assets. Make sure to scroll up and get the gems and stuff too.
Yeah, I've added everything.
And we have a good quartermaster.
Okay, all of it's added.
Alright. You have
So,
what's-
magic items.
What's this business about soul cage transmission? Anybody know what the heck that means?
I don't like what
Do
it
what?
sounds.
Doesn't sound good.
Know what that means?
What's
I
the
forgot.
words say? The words say that.
One last thing of
Out.
note. A gray gem that is likewise pulsing with a magical light on this counter.
Great.
It looks just like this, only it is gray.
Oh, I just.
Hold on. Okay. Okay, so there are 4 odd glowing gems. 1 is gray. What are the other ones?
The other ones are green.
2
Gray.
evocation, 1
3
abjuration.
green, 1 gray.
1 green. 3.
Hey, Relic.
Okay, hold on.
You said
Yes.
that magicite shit. You said some of it was contained like spells and shit, right? But some
Yes,
of it,
that was one of its functions.
the other function is for books and art, right?
Yes, information storage and retrieval.
You'll hold up the gray one. This a book?
Matt, is it a book or is it just an empty one?
That's a book, and you recognize these little gray devices with little divots on the top can be used to kind of project the book.
If I
These are
can read it.
readers.
Perfect. I will avoid the sketchy ass magic circle.
Aw.
Gotcha. And I'll throw it.
Now, I've got a theory on this, but hear me out. You know how our friend Milo appeared as a jellyfish, floating around, a bunch of memories? You guys following?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ignoring that.
Kind
I
of.
remember.
What
Oh.
if, when people die, they come through this contraption as a jellyfish?
No, that's stupid. That
You know what I think?
What?
I bet that they put people here and turn them into Devics.
That's what I'm afraid
or
of.
maybe they use their souls as the stuff.
How about we stop theorizing and we let Relic use the book?
A projector.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
Go ahead, Relic.
And plonk it into the device.
Alright. You drop this little gray marble into this machine, and the little wheel around it begins spinning, and a little holographic projector lights up, displays the contents of this magicite.
Oh, that's cool.
Reveal another journal.
Hey, Relic, what happens if we put one of the green ones in there?
I don't believe that's their intended receptacle.
That didn't answer my question.
And what happens if we put a green one in there?
They're not compatible.
Oh, boom!
You need a resonator for the green one.
Oh, boom!
I thought it might tell us what the spells were.
This one is a little
Well, I can do
longer than
that.
the other one.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
Oh,
Oh my
boy.
gosh!
I need to make this bigger.
Whoa.
Recommend
Oh, I don't-
zooming to actual size.
Yeah. Machine beneath this facility is attuned to the etheric signature of the soul. Upon death, souls within a 12-mile radius. Yeah.
Contained souls will experience constant severe.
Which are containment.
Oh my gosh.
Fuck.
Oh my gosh. You gotta be kidding me.
You read through this log, and you discover that the apparent purpose of this machine beneath your feet is to collect the souls of those who die nearby and draw them into an artificial hell.
Hey, Matt.
Uh-huh.
How far away is Haven from where we are right now?
The whole island is within 12 miles
I
of
was
this
about to say
place.
less than 12 miles.
Oh,
I
no.
suspect.
Guys.
No way.
Yep.
No.
See, I told you they turn us into
Are
jelly.
you serious?
It's not even meant. That's a secondary purpose. This is just meant to torture people.
108
Are you
prisoners to serve as test subjects.
Yeah.
Our ancestors were their test subjects. These motherfuckers.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Jeez.
Reading through the
Well-
issues this project has faced, you note that one of them is gradual corruption of the soul and demonification. Over time, etheric composition gradually shifts to dark dominance, which results in souls turning into Dybbuk. in most
Does it say how
cases.
fast this happens or over what period of time?
It seems to vary greatly, and they hypothesize that they become Dybbuk because they desire to return to a physical form.
Now, out of character, when they escape this prison, they become Dybbuk. Is that essentially what's going on?
It
My brain
seems
is
to
working
be-
at about 1% capacity.
While their souls are imprisoned, over time, the energy of their soul shifts and they turn into Dybbuk, and then they escape.
Okay.
Yo, I got a question. Who's been updating this shit?
There have
Right,
been
well, there's something I'd also
numerous
like to point out.
updates.
This thing does say there's apparently a contingency protocol Draco, which can cleanse the entire fucking island.
Let's not let that happen.
Uh-huh.
I'll read through some of the updates because they're kind of important. Update 1. The experiment begins. Update 2. Surviving prisoners have formed a community they call Haven. They're building walls to keep out the wildlife. They are spirited, resourceful people, and we have admittedly grown very fond of looking after them. We observe from an appropriate distance. Security unit patrol routes have been adjusted to avoid contact with Haven and a reasonable perimeter beyond its walls. Haven is thriving. The death rate is lower than the early days, but old age and occasional accidents or misadventure in the wild still sufficiently provide subjects for study. Secondary community has been observed on eastern side of island, taking refuge in ruins that predate this project. Devotees of Lilith who descend from exiles from Haven in its earlier days. After discussion, we have decided to permit its continued existence. Update number 5. A group left Haven to settle the northeastern shore. It was not an easy decision, but because of their close proximity to the Soul Cage facility, we directed a surge of security units to eliminate this community. This decision pained us greatly. Unprofessional though it may be, we have come to love each of them as if they were our own children. Update 6. A sizable number of the original elven population has begun to die of old age. We believe we may be close to discovering sufficient etheric markers to selectively trap souls within the machine. Update 7. Announcement of the Empire's fall has been heard across Shroud and presumably the outside world. We question whether anyone remains to read these updates. Update 8. We have not heard from the central hub in over a century. The worst would seem to be confirmed. Update 9. We have achieved one of the intended objectives of this project. It has been determined that elven souls consistently contain between 2 to 4% greater quantities of light aspected aether. We've written a new routine labeled SC that can be run to allow the soul cage to selectively trap souls based on composition. In accordance with instructions, we will not make alterations to the machine's programming without authorization. Update 10. Captured souls continue to demonify over time and require disposal. Many security units have been lost in the process of containing them. This project was not meant to run indefinitely. Update 11. We have made the difficult decision to allow the demons generated by the soul cage to roam the island to an extent. Security units are spread too thin to constantly guard for escaped Divics. They are thankfully independent creatures by nature and should pose no significant threat for the time being. In the worst-case scenario, Contingency Protocol Draco remains capable of being deployed. And you notice a scroll kind of underneath this machine that you had missed up till now.
What's the scroll say?
We'll share that one.
Also, how long ago was the last update in conjunction to our current year?
About 400 or 500 years ago. And here is one that is only about 300 years ago. I should have done the exact math, but this is a dating system I'm going to pull up here. Update number 12. This one was written by hand in the same writing as all the obituaries. This will be our final update. We make it on parchment for reasons which will become apparent, leaving it here for whoever should discover it should the worst come to pass. Nearly 2,000 years we have watched the people of this small island thrive despite every odd being stacked against them. They are born, they live, they find love, and they die, all within a single city which grows more and more cramped each year. We must continue to look after them, to protect them from whatever waits out there. In truth, it is not just the Empire's fall that troubles us. Our memories are failing us. The details of our lives prior to being stationed here have slipped away gradually like a handful of sand. Yet our memories of our time on this island have suffered no such degradation. A peculiar, selective amnesia. We have noticed discrepancies in some magicite records as well. Something is not only erasing information about the Empire from these records, it is changing the records over time in small, subtle ways. To what end, we can only guess. By the time we noticed it happening, it was too late to attempt to preserve the records. We cannot even determine when this tampering began. All that we can do is protect our children from whatever terrible power out there is responsible. So long as the barrier holds, we hope that they will be safe. Whoever finds this, we urge you, do not trust historic records engraved in magicite. Something out there wishes very much for certain aspects of the past to be forgotten. Only the written word seems safe from its tampering.
Question.
Zep is like buzzing over there.
So we know that the bards have been here for like a really, really, really long time, right?
And their
They
memories are
said the
fading,
other day they've been here since the beginning, yeah.
and that they couldn't remember.
And
going
isn't
there
there ancient loot
Going there next.
we just found in here?
Yeah.
Good bargaining chip if I ever heard one.
So just to be clear, we're all thinking that those two were put here to oversee this fucking project and treating us and our ancestors and everyone on this fucking island like lab rats.
They were the jailers.
No
They
fucking
may
doubt.
be. They may be.
But it
There's no
seems like
100% proof there, yeah.
it's true. And from these records, it would seem that they changed their attitude towards Haven over time.
Wait a minute. We're saying that the bards are the ones that ran this fucking lab?
There's
It's a
ancient
positive
loot.
village.
They've been here since the beginning.
Whoa.
It's
Well,
yeah.
Also, don't they have
I just thought they died. I didn't think it was them.
Can I also say that they have managed to have a cabin on the other side of the water? The only
Exactly.
people that have been able to live unbothered by the monsters and the constructs that live over there.
Not necessarily. There's that weird cult that's moved into the ruins.
That's true.
Yeah, there's that too.
At least now we know what happened to the other settlement.
My thought is either there is another entity, such as Relic, that runs a facility that roams around, or it's these bard folk.
Well, we can go and ask them. That's one way to clear it up.
That is.
We're going and asking.
Should we take this instrument?
Yeah,
Certainly.
Yes.
Is there a way to power the stone?
that's what I want to ask. That's what I want to know. I also want to know what this Draco shit is. I don't fancy being wiped out.
Well,
It sounds like a purge
Exactly.
contingency. And my thought is, perhaps if we remove the power source of this place, that contingency might default go into effect. So we might be very careful about what we do into this facility.
Yeah, that's
Do you
what
think it's a thing? Do you think it's a creature or some kind of a plague or something?
it could just be a bomb.
I'm not sure, and it doesn't specify.
We just know what it's meant for.
well,
I've never wished for a drink more in my life. Does anybody have any wine or... I'm sorry.
Fucking wish.
Whiskey.
Uh,
What puzzles me is that they describe degrading memories over time, yet Relic, it doesn't seem like you've suffered the same effect.
Relic's
Well,
memories
it's-
are degraded as fuck, aren't they?
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh, 100%.
okay, okay.
Don't even know his own name.
I think
I misunderstood that, sorry.
what they specified too is only the memories outside of this island are being affected.
Yeah,
what they said.
something's affecting. And then
So-
there's that whole thing about the Magicite being fucked with. That's a whole nother headache.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Who or what would be can Magicite be tampered with from outside the island, or does it have to be
Relic?
tampered with?
How does
Directly.
Magicite work?
Lord
Well-
help us.
Unless I'm mistaken, Magicite is a crystallization of aether.
It is.
So does it have to be tampered with directly then?
Who could tamper with it? I mean, if someone can tamper with magic, I guess they can
Wouldn't you
tamper
need
with Magicite.
It was
you'd need
generally created by very complicated machines as kind of a storage medium. You would make a blank one, and then different machines could be used to write to it. Generally,
Is this-
terminals such as this one.
Is this magical cloud storage?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Hypothetically, anybody with a sufficiently large amount of aether could interact with any number of Magicite orbs. If somebody had a critical aether font, for example. Or perhaps one of the gods have decided to interact with
gods-
the world once more.
Yeah, the gods wanted to fucking wipe out the Lemurian Empire. Maybe they want to make sure whatever they discovered dies with them.
Then
Here's my question to all of you. Do we confront those two individuals we think are behind?
Yeah.
yeah.
Because think
How
about
does that help us get off the island?
What
Well-
if they find us to be a liability?
Well, then we'll deal with them. But what if we
We'll
get
deal
into
with
the
them.
tower and that activates Project Draco? Another
Well-
failsafe.
My other concern is, don't they have control of all of the defensive protocols on the island? Or am I missing something?
Okay, maybe we don't go in there guns blazing. We can
Talk.
settle about it.
Certainly. That's kind of what I was asking. Is
Well,
let's make sure we're not too accusatory and judgmental, because we still need them to cooperate with us if we want to get off this island. And it
Oh, you're
sounds,
right.
based on this writing, they fear what's outside of the island more than what's here. Is that right?
well, and
Possibly.
it also seems like they don't. they, as angry as I am right now, they don't seem like they do seem to have a sort of paternal feeling towards all of us in Haven. So they don't
Well, they
seem
could have
like
shut this off, couldn't
want
they?
to. I
Well,
don't
that's
fucking
fair.
know. I want to destroy it.
Here's my
Personally, 'cause
concern. If
none
we
of this
tell
seems to be
them-
finding a solution to help Milo.
If we tell them that we plan on turning it off, they may see this as the wall keeping bad things out of our haven, not necessarily the wall keeping us in. They may not be too keen on letting us turn off their protection for their babies.
I don't fucking care what they give a shit about, honestly, at this point.
That's my concern. Maybe it might be best if we don't tell them that we know about this at all and turn it off, and then talk to them.
But the problem with that is, once the Project Draco happens when we turn off the phone, that's fail-safe for the island. Wipe it out.
Respectfully,
Am I going crazy? Am I going to be like them?
What? No, of course not, Milo. You're going to be just fine. We'll figure out some way to undo this. I don't know how, but we can figure something out, right?
Yeah.
I hope
Turning
so.
from a Dybbuk to a body.
I really hope so.
We saw Dybbuk possess a body before, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
did.
thought this was signed one for.
But don't want to speak over it. Brass, you were saying something?
respectfully, we are holding a lot of lives in our hands right now.
Yeah.
If we act too rash, many will die. This seems like a matter we would need to discuss perhaps with the mayor or even the pureblood elite.
Oh my
I'm sure everyone
You want
has vested interest in ending this horrible nightmarish machine. But are we willing to take that risk now to dismantle it, not knowing its true nature?
Unfortunately, I think we have to leave this alone for now.
I want the purebloods involved as well, because they hoard knowledge. I'm sure they have something that can help with this.
I'd rather get the bards inside of this.
Yeah, maybe the bards know how to turn this thing off, or know a little more about whatever the fuck the Project Draco is. Or maybe there's more information in the Iron Tower.
Yeah. I mean, there's a whole
Like-
library over there we could look into.
I love experimenting, but I'm not touching this thing.
Oh, yeah, no.
And if any one of you wants to, I will stop you.
Here's my
Okay.
proposal. Nobody's messing with this machine, but I think we might want to gather a little bit more information from some of these other ruins before we engage or discuss what we'll do next. But I
Precisely.
don't think we should go and speak with the bards yet, because they are suspect numero uno.
Precisely.
Alright.
All right.
But now let's deal with the other issue in the room. Milo.
Right.
Deal with me? How?
I was hoping to help you. So, going off of what this thing was saying, they became Dybbuk's because they wanted a physical form again, right?
I just wanted to go home. The whole time I was in there, all those years.
Well, how would you feel about maybe, for the moment, only temporary, slipping into one of these? It's not perfect, it's not ideal, but it's, well, I wouldn't say flesh, but it's more than tentacles.
Maybe. Let me try.
And he will grasp the corpse in all his tentacles and try to pull himself down into it. He will halt after a moment and shift to look at you eyelessly.
It's not working.
Alright, that's alright.
I don't think I can fit in there. It needs to be alive.
alive?
Having lived at one point, I think this is just metal.
I see. Alright. Well, there's a plenty of beasts and other things there on this island. We'll find you something. At least until we can get you something properly sorted. Right, Kai?
Yeah, of course.
That would be nice. It's so cold to be like this.
Yeah, we'll find a dog or something like that.
Yes, that might be fun.
Raz walks up to Alessia. I think I interrupted you. You wanted to say something about the purebloods in this regard?
I guess I'm just conflicted whether
Not
they should
available.
be
What's up?
involved in this. Selfishly,
Well,
of course.
I suppose, but knowing them, would you agree with me that they're a very prideful lot?
Yeah.
Right. I'm counting on them being offended that their brilliant souls are being used in this manner and see it as a slight.
I don't think any of them are like that.
Glory,
Either.
glory to Evalya. Please enter command.
What?
This terminal has just lit up of its own accord.
I didn't do anything!
What
You
is
hear
that?
chirping noises. And you see runes flash across the screen in Hylamirian writing.
Ooh, that's a
Because
day.
someone is interacting with this.
Ooh,
Wait,
I would
what?
interact with it.
Project voice. Connecting. ... And then you hear
Should
another
we be
voice
standing up
issue
from the-
from it.
No, it's someone's doing it like remotely or something.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
someone's contacting.
What do they say? What do they say?
Stop this at once. Return to Haven. You should
Do we
not be
recognize the
there.
voice?
The voice
Do we
is
know
kind
this
of
voice?
tinny and metallic.
Who's speaking?
You'd have to
Where
really
are you?
examine it. Maybe an insight
the-
check.
What are the bards' names?
Oh,
Again?
We're gonna do beside it, motherfucker.
Adryk and
I'll help with
Evalya.
insight. I'll help with insight.
I have stuff. Hold on, I'm coming. Hold on.
Use inspo. Have an inspo. Take it.
Okay, here we
I
go.
don't know.
So it would be a 20 because the thingy.
You know exactly who this is.
I do.
It's Adryk's voice.
Yeah. I knew it.
Adryk.
Hey, Adryk. It's been a minute.
So it is you.
We do not wish to fight you, but
We
you
don't wanna
met
fight
with
you
our
either.
sacred charge.
Seems like you've been left this charge for quite a while.
Your sacred charge is destroying the souls of the people that you're so fond of?
Have we not provided a good life for you? We've kept you safe for more than you know.
Yeah?
What about the afterlife?
This is the price that you pay for the life we've given you. It is not a lasting punishment.
What we were experiments to you.
A project. We hardly know we will. We love you. All of you.
Adryk. You've been parents to the people of Haven. But like all good parents, you have to know when to let us go. Let us spread our wings and let us find out who we are. You have to let us be free. You've raised us well, but let us be free.
You don't realize what's waiting for you out there.
No,
The grasp it has on the world.
Then teach us. Teach us, help us. Don't stifle us. We won't grow, we'll just stifle. We'll slowly fade. Haven hasn't gone bigger in thousands of years. We've stopped progressing. We're falling back. We're forgetting things. We're dying.
If we... Perhaps... Evalya, if we wipe their memories...
It's too
things
late.
could go back to as they were.
Too many people already know.
You must not tell them. You must return to Haven.
Will you just tell us one thing then?
What?
Why? Why take the souls of people who have imprisoned and imprison them again? We have already been stuck here for thousands of years, and you now make us prisoners again! Look at him! He was a little boy, and now look at what he's become. Why? Tell me why, and I will go back to Haven and behave. But if it's a fucking shitty reason, I'm coming for you.
We were made for this. To look after you. To make sure you thrived. We have done only what we were made to do. Our purpose.
Well, then I'm going to have to do what I was made to do.
2,000 years. Haven has survived because we allowed it. The slate could be cleaned. It would pay us greatly, but our work
And how do you think you?
so many of you.
How do you think you would like the slate clean?
Project Draco, right?
What is Draco, now that you've mentioned cleaning the plate?
It is our last resort. If you tell them about this facility, you leave us no other choice.
Well, I don't know about them, but I don't really like the idea of annihilation. But I do have to say, your excuses are really shitty. You were made for this. I was made for something too, and I'm breaking my mold. Why don't you break yours? Made to protect us, made to watch over us, made to turn us into fucking Dibbicks. Yeah, right. This is bullshit.
Can Caleb find the loot?
Someone has it.
That makes so much sense now. Elizabeth, the hands pulls it out if you start asking for it.
Yep. He's just gonna what's the word?
Strum.
Strum. Thank you. Strum on the loot. We made to also play music. Why did you choose that?
We were not made for that.
Then you are capable of doing far more than you were made for.
If you
I
speak a
have-
word to the people of Haven, we will activate Protocol Draco.
But
I have one question for you.
Speak it.
Will you allow us to challenge the Green Devil and attempt to escape this place without activating the purge sequence?
You may try. The sands are littered with the bones of others who did.
Well, then you have more fodder for your machine then, don't you?
We will settle this in the Iron Tower then.
Adryk, one more thing.
He's still there.
How do we fix this? Whatever the fuck you did to Milo, how do we undo it?
There is no fixing it. I'm so sorry. He will not
Bullshit.
retain his mind for longer than a few days at most. The mummification is not reversible. I would not lie about that.
Insight. I'm rolling insight.
You.
I hope.
How can you help with this?
Nat 20.
That's 20.
Yeah, you can tell he is trying to persuade you, not deceive you. You feel pain in his voice.
Fuck you. And Kai leaves.
And the admin seems to log out, and a voice declares as the terminal shuts down once more.
Explosion.
Glory to Evalya! Have a safe and pleasant day!
Oh, fuck off.
Fuck this. So everything in these tubes are supposedly they came from souls.
They are drawing energy from around this facility and pumping it down into the machine down below.
And for clarification, the souls are being housed here, or they're being turned into
Housed.
etheric energy. Housed.
Glancing at the machine, those of you that can read High Lemurian would see a couple commands. But yeah, you get the sense that they are powering a machine beneath you, and this terminal is your means of interacting with that machine.
Can I try interacting with one of the commands?
Oh,
You're gonna blow us up, and the
You're gonna
game's gonna be
I'm
over.
not. It's
hack the console.
it's like Cyberpunk all of a sudden.
Assuming
Change the
Adryk is
admin
gonna
password. Lock them out.
Assuming Adryk is gonna have locked us out by now.
Do you mind? I gotta take a quick break.
Yeah, I think this would be a good time. Do we want a 10-minute break or 5?
Either works.
10 minutes is fine.
Yeah, let's do 10.
Awesome.
Fuck you, Matt.
Yeah.
I've been sitting on this
Roll
for
and
weeks.
behave.
This reminds me of Roko's Basilisk. Ah.
Let me pause the recording before I forget.